reply. How's everybody doing? I don't know. My phone was taking forever. It was taking slow. I got a newer, cheaper phone. Another cheaper phone. Speaking of that, what was I listening to? Um, I can't remember what I was listening to. They were talking about going back. The society really needs to go back to the flip phone. I don't know. I think I understand why. Because of the smartphones and everything, and the connection that they have that was built in, to all these newer upgrades. Um, I know my older brother's got a flip phone. Um, and of course, my mom and stepfather, they got the new upgrade phones, but I thought about that too. I thought about getting a flip phone, but I just don't. I have a. I don't like looking at a small little tiny screen. I'd like to look at a big screen. Um, and I like to zoom in, to where I can see on a bigger picture, but I can't really see on a bigger picture if I. Um, oh, that was interesting. The color was all freaking out. Um, let's see what we got today. I went and trimmed my facial hair. You can probably tell. The girl at the coffee shop asked me if I got a haircut. And of course, I haven't had a haircut for like 2 months now, and I need to. I thought about going in and getting it, cut again, but then I don't know. I think I'll leave it like it is right now. It's just when it gets too long, it kind of bothers my ears, my big antennas. Oh, let's look on this side. Yeah, it's about 12:30 in the afternoon on Thursday. I'm down at Three Lakes, but it's kind of like three big ponds. And, they got the lily pads and everything grown up right now until, the rain comes and then it gets really high. Then you can't see any of it. It just looks like three lakes. But during the summertime, it goes down and it looks like it's, dehydrated. You know what a pond looks like when it starts dehydrating and cracking and stuff like that. I walked on the trail down this way along uh, one of the lakes, and there's like a hillside, and you can see there's like a crack on the top of the hillside. And I start walking a little further. I got to looking at it, and there's a crack that goes, a long way along the trail to where it looks like it's gonna landslide right off into the lake. Um, I was When I was walking along that trail, because it'd take out the whole trail. Uh, but it looks like the earth opening up. It's pretty interesting. Looks like something you see, like what they're talking about in Africa, where Africa is splitting apart. A chunk of Africa is coming off. There's already, I think it was this year, Big Fisher opened up. Oh, somebody, I got a notification that popped in, caught my attention from YouTube. Must be someone putting on got a new video out. But when I was talking about this darkness right here, see, look how it just comes out like of my nose, kind of. I think that's the trippy part about the whole thing. And then I think it's coming out right there too. but it's like an image. And yeah, you can see, dragonfly. You can see the darkness right here. There's this whole image that's coming out. It's going around. So I don't know. What we're looking at. I tried to take more pictures when it's, cut this short. But I know there's something coming out here because there's spots. Look at, there's an image right there, and there's like these spots right here. It's just the style of my when I rub my finger across it, I can feel the grooves of what is coming out right there. Maybe I can see what's coming out if I stretch my face. I'm not sure. I'm still so fascinated. And then I was talking about this right here, these claws. I think you can see them on this side too. There's like claws. And I started looking at, I went online and I looked at a bear's claw. And it looks like a bear's claw because there's no bird out there that has that on it. But isn't that interesting? And it comes from right here, and on this side too. It's like it goes down my cheekbone, and they come out. Oh, interesting. I just had this visual, like something's planted on the back of my head, reaching around. Isn't that interesting? Pretty psychic, but it's hard to tell. I was showing you on my chest the along the sides of my chest, there's like these three, what look like ribs or arms. There's three on this side, and they're dark. You can totally see them. There's like right up above, just above my before the bottom of my rib cage, and then it goes down to my my gut, and then down to like just above my hip. So there's like three there, and there's three over here on this side too. So if you look at my past videos, I was pointing them out because they're really obvious. And I was like, it's like something is behind me attached to my back and reaching around. Oh, interesting. When I said that, you remember that movie? I think it's The Mummy. The Mummy Returns, Part 2, I think. It's when the child, the Scorpion King, when the child puts that bracelet, snaps on him, it's got those arms, it's like a scorpion. I wonder if that has to do with the astronomical signs, like, because I think Scorpio is coming up. And if I look back at my last physical vision that I had when I was sitting at God's feet, it was in October. Now, October is Libra, and then it goes into Scorpio, I think. Yeah, I think it goes into Scorpio. It was October 19th, and I think it transitions into the next zodiac, like on the 20th or 21st of every month. So I think there has to be something with that as well. Isn't that interesting? Um, I'll have to rewatch that movie because I got the I think it's called I got the trilogy of it. Um, the Mummy Returns one, and then the part two, and then part three. Part three is quite interesting because it's about an empire that rises up, and it starts like in China, that type of symbol, and there is a fountain of youth or something, Shangri-La. So they have to make it there, but the emperor makes it there, you know, just in, about the same time. And he walks into this pool, and eternity pool, and he comes out, and he turns into a big dragon, and he flies off. I think he takes the girl with him or something. But anyway, there's two women, a mother and a daughter, that have been in the pool. They've been protecting the pool. So they've been eternal. They're like thousands of years old. They've been protecting this place from this emperor rising. So, but anyway, it's a pretty good story. Because when you look at the biblical time, it's like the dead is rising up. So the angels above and the dark below, they're fighting against each other, right? And then you have this spiritual battle going on. And then you have this world that we're living in, that we're seeing, the good and the bad fighting against each other. It's very interesting. And then I don't know if I told you in a video, but there was, someone, how they put out those posts with all these big barbecues with just meat everywhere, and everybody's drinking beer and having meat, barbecued meat, and they're bashing vegans, right? And then you got vegans bashing, you know. I didn't think it was that serious. So I left a comment. I was like, well, you guys still gotta have your fruits and vegetables and everything else. I said, if you just eat that and drink beer all the time, it leads to heart disease, diabetes, overweight. I said, we have a history of that, and then everybody just started bashing me. I think I got 500, the most comments I've ever gotten. I didn't answer them all, but they're all bashing me and called me a jerk, an idiot. Um, um, that's not what our ancestors did. And this 83-year-old woman goes, I'm 83 years old and I still eat meat. And she's going off on me. I said, well, good for you, old lady. And then people started attacking me about that. Did you really just call her an old lady? I go, yeah, she's 83 years old. She's lucky to be this long in life. I mean, good for her. I wouldn't put her down. She's an old woman, A lot of people say old woman. And besides, I was kind of being sarcastic too. Shut up, old woman. Kind of like, who cares? You're missing the point. They all act. Then they all treated me. They were all treating me like I was vegan, and that was from the second response I got on my comment. And but they start to accuse me of vegans. Being a vegan, I go, I'm not a vegan. I said, I eat meat. I said, I eat the normal, the breads, the cereals. And then they started attacking me going, oh, if you're following the pyramid, you're all jacked up. You don't know, right? That pyramid isn't, so everybody's got a comment. So you can't say anything without somebody attacking you. So I put a follow-up comment. I was like, wow, I didn't know that the meat eaters were at war with the vegans. And then I got a bunch of more comments going, duh. They're like, seriously, these rude comments. And so they were so mad. It's like they're literally at war with each other. I thought about that. I'm just like looking at this kind of end times. I'm like, they're fighting over food, um, they're battling over that, right? They're battling. If you look at the world stage, the world powers are battling against each other. You got the spiritual battles. You got pretty much LGBTQ battling against the normal people, the regular people, the heterosexuals, what's right. So it's kind of like there's a battle because it's like their armies rising up and their mindset of, saying that they're binary, saying that they're a cat or a dog or, they're a toddler when they're an adult, that means they can go be treated like, it's getting so backwards. It's so interesting. Is I don't know, and how they think that that's right. They literally, I mean, these people. This one girl gets up and was asking one of the speakers, um, about a, a, a liver. So she was saying that if someone needs a liver or something like that, and you're dying, then they should just be able to go get somebody's liver, no matter if they agree, So in other words, if I need something, a body organ, I'm going to come to you and get the body organ because I think it's right. It's going to make me live, but it's not going to make you live because it's my right. And then they compared it to a fetus. So, being in the body, so, about, the abort thing, how it's just an organ. And they're trying to explain to her that that's not an organ. A liver is something that you need. A child is a womb. It's a separate thing. It's got its own DNA. It's going to come out. It's going to detach from you. It's not like an organ within your body. So now the mindset is that a fetus, a child, to women is just an organ. If they want to get rid of their organs, so get rid of that organ. The organ being the fetus, no matter what cycle. I was just like, oh my gosh, how is that? How is that right? How would you even think that that's right? And again, that gets me thinking. Oh, and then I seen these school teachers welcoming these kids back to school, and they got pride, like everything. Like 3 or 4 teachers are welcoming these kids. It's Pride Day today. It's a happy day. It's a joyous day. It's a gay day. And they're walking them under a rainbow, and they're just doing all this stuff, and they got the kids singing it. I thought, wow, am I in the right timeline? How did I get in this timeline? How do I get out of this timeline? This is so bizarre. You talk about the Mandela effect. This is just way worse. This is like it's totally a jacked up, I don't know, environment, something. But anyway, I'm gonna get going on my walk. I've been chatting here for a while. But I think it was this side. I think there's something right there, a being right there, but he's got like some type of a headgear on. But I'll show you it a still image. I'm sure how well you can see that, if you can see it. Anyway, have a great day, everybody.